you're here. So, tonight, what I'm going to be talking about is dun 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 dun, RuPaul's Drag Race. So, I want to call it a little sneak peek, teaser, gag. Get it? For those RuPaul fans? You get it. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. But, anyways, so as I was trolling through Reddit today, I happened to find a link to one of the drag queens. I'm not going to say who because, I don't think they're supposed to be talking about this stuff, but I stumbled upon the cast sheet for RuPaul's Drag Race All Star 4. So, this is going to be the review of the cast. I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the queens that are going to be on the show, some of the queens that have been on the show, what have you. I'm pretty excited. Most of us have been RuPaul fans since the beginning, and it's only gone up. It's pretty commercialized, though, now, honestly, that it's on VH1, but what are you going to do? We're going to keep watching it, but I think we can all agree the elimination for All Stars 3 was pretty fucked up. We all know Shangela should have won. We're all let down. She didn't win. But I guess without further delay, let's start talking about the queens that are going to be on All Stars 4. So, the first queen is Mariah. She's fierce, she's gorgeous. In case you don't know who she is, I'm going to be inserting photos into this right here so you can see the queen. Mariah was on, I believe, season 7 or season 6 of the show, and she was either the first or the second queen to go. She was not very memorable. She was beautiful, though. She was so pretty. I wanted to, honestly see more of what she was going to do on the show, and she wasn't home. But, unfortunately, I'm kind of thinking that maybe she's going to be the filler bitch, you know what I mean? Like, she'll be the queen that gets sent home first, probably. They always bring one girl every year back just to, go home first. I mean, someone's got to go home first, right? But yeah, so Mariah, we'll see how she does if she's not the filler bitch of All Stars 4. Next, we have the one, the only, Valentina. Yes, so much controversy around Valentina. She was on season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race, so the season prior to the one that just ended. She was the queen who had just kind of got into drag. She said she had only been doing drag for 11 months. 11 freaking months. That's it. And girl, she slayed. She was so, so beautiful. Probably the best, Latino queen that we have ever had come through RuPaul's Drag Race. And a lot of people say that, she was robbed, which I kind of agree. She obviously got, for those of you who don't know, she got sent home because during her lip sync, she had this, mask thing over her lips, and you couldn't see, at all what she was lip syncing. I mean, the whole fucking point of RuPaul's Drag Race is to lip sync for your life and potentially, save yourself from elimination. And she thought she was going to go through the whole number with this red cloth drool thing over her face. And RuPaul was not there for it. RuPaul literally stopped the music, stopped everything, and was like, can you please take this off of your mouth? And Valentina said, I'd like to leave it on, please. So obviously, without even saying, she got sent home. Twitter, Instagram, basically every form of social media except for MySpace was outraged. Valentina probably has the most vicious fan base in RuPaul's history. They will come for you. Shoot, they might come for me for making this video and just mentioning Valentina and that she went home. Because they would probably like to believe that she's still on the show. She's still winning. She won 9. Who is it? Sasha Velour. Who's Sasha? Well, Valentina won. What are you talking about? Valentina won. She won season 9. She won every season. She won All Stars. She is Rupaul. She's now Paul Charles. Anyways, that's how her fans react to her. But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited that she's gonna be on there. I think she's so deserving to have a chance to redeem herself because she won several challenges. She's the queen that Aja hated. Also Pheromone, which I'm gonna get to that a little more on that to come. But yeah, Aja, the whole meme went super viral about, oh, you're beautiful, you look like Linda Evangelista, you're a model, your smile is beautiful. That queen, that one, I'm sure you've all seen the meme. It's freaking hilarious. Love Aja, by the way. It's too bad that she can't come back again for All Stars. I did not, sidebar, I was not for Aja on season 9, but she came to play on All Stars and she slayed the motherfucking game. She crushed it. Anyway, Shangela still should have won. But the next queen on the list is absolutely Gia Gunn. Boom, boom, the gun. Was that what she said? It was something like that. She was like, I am the boom, boom gun. Gia Gunn. Something like that. She's baked fish. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know if she smokes weed, but she always referred to herself as tilapia. She's the imported fish, the Asian queen. And she was on season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race, the season that Miss Bianca Del Taco Trio won. I like Gia. Gia has a funky ass attitude. She has stank ass attitude, and I don't know what it is about super bitchy, cocky queens. I relate to that. I feel like there's a piece of me in queens like that, and I live for it. But excited to see her back on the show. She recently was in the tabloids, though. She apparently beat up some girl for talking mess about her. I only briefly saw the clip. They were at some really, really nice house. I think they were by a pool or something, and the girl was just straight up coming for her, and that was it. It was like pop, 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 pop. This bitch was done. I'm honestly surprised she's not getting so much backlash on social media. But I guess she's technically a trans woman, so Anyways, I'll try to leave a link in the comments to that video of her going to town on this poor girl. Anyways, no more absolutely for the moment. We're going to move on to the next queen, which is Trinity the Tuck Taylor. Now, Trinity was also on season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race, the season where Bob the Drag Queen won. I loved Trinity. I thought she was so different. She was obviously in the pageant circuit before coming onto RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was great, another freaking pageant queen. Been there, done that, seen that, burned the t-shirt. It wasn't even cute. But no, she surprised me. She really turned it out, and I wasn't expecting that. And I think her look is really unique. And I kind of really love that, after Drag Race, she didn't just jump back into doing a bunch of pageants. She stayed the way she was on the show. Maybe that's how she really was. Maybe the pageants was just a way to get her name out there, to get her, I don't know, probably some coin in her pocket. Who knows? But she's great. She's one of those queens that has had all of the fucking work done, all the plastic surgery. But she looks good. She's one of those queens that has had a lot of work done on her ass, and it works. Trinity girl, whoever your doctor is, hook your boy up, because it's like a freaking surfboard back there. I need some cake in my life. But anyways, next on the list is Naomi Smalls. I personally love Naomi. Naomi. It's never been cleared up whether or not we need to call her Naomi or Naomi, but, whatever. The legs of RuPaul's Drag Race. She's so pretty. I have never seen a mixed girl be so gorgeous. Not that, most mixed girls aren't. My fiance's mixed, he's beautiful as well, but, I honestly think mixed people are like the prettiest people in the world. I don't know what it is. They have like the perfect skin tone. But yeah, she was one of those late blooming queens. She kind of just coasted along. She was the naked girl, she got by on her body, which Michelle Visage would say, don't rely on that body. But girl, when you got a body like that, rely on that body. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You got it? Yeah, yeah. Like, shit, if I had legs like that, I wouldn't wear pants. Straight up. Just never wearing pants. Going to work. See these legs? High legs. Nice legs. But then I'd probably get arrested. And your girl could not make it in jail. Could you see this in jail? Do you think I would survive? No. I wouldn't. Actually, what I would do is I would go up to the biggest, scariest person and say, hi, I'm your new bitch. Protect me. Don't let anyone else me. And then I'd just lay low until I got bonded out or could, like, find out some dirt and throw someone under the bus and get out of there and then never talk to him again. Like, change my name, get a nose job, get away. Because you know what they say when, you go in, you leave a part of your soul behind, and when they come out, they come for you. They try to get your ass. But, anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm supposed to be doing a review on drag queens, and I'm over here talking about what I would do if I got put in jail for the rest of my life. But, yes. So, that is Naomi. Actually, I don't feel like I talked about her enough. She really is incredible. Like, she turns out some of the fiercest makeup looks, I think, has been on Drag Race, period. And there's something about that, like, low octave voice, like, that really, like, gay, girly, like, this voice on a queen. It's, like, not, like, feminine, but, like, it's deep, but you can still tell he's gay. I like that. I like that voice a lot. I actually feel like it's kind of what my voice sounds like. But yeah, it's kind of sad to see that Kim Chi's not a part of that. I kind of figured they were a package deal at this point, considering they're they pretty much do everything together. But I guess it was not time for Kim Chi to return to Drag Race. Although I'm not surprised because, like, she was great on the show. Like, she was definitely a look queen, but she kind of fizzled out afterwards. But, yeah. So next on our list is Latrice, the Beast Royale. Now, Latrice was one of those queens. She was on, like, the older seasons, like, season 4? Season 4, yeah. She was on season 4. And, Drag Race was big, but I think that was, like, the first year that it was, like, ranked the best reality TV show. So that was kind of the season that put Drag Race on the map. And, like, it started becoming, like, more of a household name. It wasn't just, like, the show on logo that, like, the queens and the queers watched. You know what I mean? But Latrice, she was great. Like, her story was, she has been doing drag for a long time. She represents the body beautiful, the BB, the big black girl. She's lovely and she's so funny. And it's kind of cool because, like, she spent some time in jail. Actually, back to jail. See, full circle. It ties together. She was our queen that was in jail. Well, one of the queens who was in jail prior to coming to Drag Race. Several of these bitches have been to jail afterwards. Brandon's trying to creep in on me. You want to say hi?
No.
Come say hi.
No.
Okay, well, there's Brandon. Creeping in. Throwing off my focus. Okay, bye. Love you. I can't focus if you're just creeping in the corner staring at me. You can come get in the video. Love you. Anyway, so back to Latrice. She was in jail, and she was very open about it. Like, I was kind of surprised to see how open she was about it. I wouldn't be so open about it, if I was her. Not that it's a bad thing. Like, I just wouldn't have the confidence to just tell the whole world that I was in jail. But she's kind of, like, a great example of, like, turning yourself around and, like, becoming something. She said that she poured everything into, being Latrice and just being the best version of herself she can be. And I think that's really empowering because so many people trip and fall in life and they try to act like it never happened. They try and tiptoe around it, what have you, and they never learn from it. Like, she learned from it. And when she got eliminated, let me just tell you, I was shook. I was so sad. Like, I literally was sitting on my couch crying because she went home. Like, her little goodbye speech changed me. Like, I don't know. I literally, like, tweeted out to her. I think I was, like, 19 at this time. I tweeted her and just, like, told her how moving it was to me. And she was, like, the first drag queen, from RuPaul's Drag Race to actually respond to me, which I pretty much message all of them and just tell them how much I love them and that I want to be their friend or whatever, other than Sharon Needles. We actually follow each other. I love her. She stopped, right after, sidebar. Right after Sharon Needles won, same season that Latrice is on, she actually was in Oklahoma City, and she came to this little hole in the wall underage club called the Rec Room, which everyone in my city knows of the Rec Room. No one else probably has heard of it. It's like the only club in Oklahoma City that allows anyone under the age of 21 to enter. So I obviously found this place when I was like 16 and basically lived there. Like, they had to like ask me to leave. I wanted to be there so often. It's kind of like, the place where I've come to terms with who I am, found myself, all that. But anyways, it was very much one of those small places that, the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race would not come to, like, they're too busy for that. They're trying to get their money. They're not going to come to, a free show, which she didn't do. She didn't do a performance, but, she came through. She talked to everyone, didn't charge the $25 for a meet and greet. She just came and hung out with us. And, like, back then, like, I was, like, really cool with all the local queens, and I was always backstage hanging out with everybody, and we got to talk for a second, and yeah, she was awesome. She was so cool, and it was like that. She had the look from the very first runway of her season with the the claw, the post-apocalyptic runway where she was just dead, had barbed wire on her head. Like, she looked fierce as hell. And she's just talking to this little 17-year-old gay boy from Oklahoma City, just like chat me up. And then she actually followed me back on Instagram, which was so surprising to me. I did not expect that. But yeah. Anyways, back to Latrice. She, I think she's going to be fierce. I think she's going to be like serious competition. And she's been very active since Drag Race. So I'm excited to see what she has in store for us. Next up is Monet Exchange, the Sponge Queen. Y'all remember her? She just got off the show, literally just jumped off the boat, but she made that green dress literally out of sponges, and then like continuously like sponges would pop up all throughout the season. Like, literally she'd be like dabbing her face with a sponge like it were a makeup sponge. Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. I think it's I'm not a super huge fan of when queens go on All Stars right after they just got off the show. Like, you need to have time to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too much. And like, it doesn't really give them a super large chance of building up a strong fan base compared to some of the other queens, which I think really hinders them, because a lot of people, root for their girl because they've been to their shows, they've watched them on the, RuPaul's Drag Race, and they've actually got to, interact with them, read their tweets, follow them on everything, or they, that you start to feel like the person, and she's not really going to have that other than, just 13 weeks of being on Drag Race. But Monet is funny as hell. Like, I'm so super supportive of her being on the show. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I think you need room to breathe right after you get off Drag Race. That we'll see. There's next is actually another girl from the previous season, which is Blair St Clair. Oh, I do declare, it's Blair St Clair. Blair. Her story on Drag Race shook my soul. Like, she openly came forward and talked about how she had been raped at a college party, and I literally like remember sitting on my couch when I was watching that episode, just like not knowing how to like feel afterwards. Like it was so real. And she had talked about how she hadn't, really explained that to anyone before. Like she hadn't opened up to anyone and talked about it. So like for her to come out on national television and like admit something so heavy and something that like would destroy most people, like, girl, good for you. And not to mention that she is fabulous. So like she's so beautiful, so young, out of drag. She looks like she might not have hit puberty yet, but she's a sweetheart. I was definitely disappointed to see her go. But again, it kind of goes right back to, not a whole lot of people know her compared to someone like Naomi Smalls or, Gia. Like, we've had time. Like, we've felt their oats. Like, they've sunken in with us, But yeah, Blair, I just can't with, her story. It literally broke my heart. And I'm sure it broke so many others. And for being such a fragile looking little person, I can't. I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. It's terrible. But I do want to say, if anyone is in a situation where they're being taken advantage of, and it's consistently happening, and you feel like you can't get out, go tell someone. Like, you do not have to live your life like that. Like, someone will help you. Fuck, I will help you. Send me a message. I have a guest room. Like, for real, no one deserves that. It's, in my opinion, the worst possible thing that one human being can do to another human is take that from them. Anyways. Back to something a little bit lighter. Blair is a Broadway girl. She loves to sing. She does theater, and I love those queens because I feel like they get a bad rap. Like, oh, you're the theater kid, the dorky, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. There's something special about that. Like, there's so many different styles of drag, and I personally just love the theater queens. It's just like, they're so animated and so bubbly and so, like, been there, like, experienced it, walked that fucking red carpet type bitches, you know what I mean? So I support that. I like that. So we only got 2 queens to go, and the next one is, no, wow. Do you know who it is? Do you? No? Okay, it's Pheromone. Pheromone. The whiniest queen that has ever walked down that runway. Don't get me wrong, bitch is stunning. Like, she's the queen who looks like Christina Aguilera, if that helps you remember who she is. She's something, but she is something. She talked about on the show how she's a little sugar baby in Las Vegas, Nevada, and she's got all these menses buying her things, keeping her going, keeping her lit, buying these pink ass lace front ass wigs. She's that girl. She da hoe. She da hoe. I'm just kidding. I actually grew to really like her on her season. She was like, I honestly, like, I want to know what her zodiac sign is because I feel like she's a Cancer. I'm a Cancer, and we can be some emotional ass bitches, like, for real. But, yeah, I'm excited. I love Showgirls. Like, well, not the movie Showgirls. I do love the movie Showgirls, but, Showgirls and drag, like, that whole Vegas thing, like, you know what I mean? The big feathers, the, like, skimpy tight, lingerie-esque outfits. I'm for that. Oh, shit. 2 seconds. Laptop's dying. We're at 5% battery. 5% battery. Ding, ding, ding. Charging. Anyways, but yeah, so I think Farrah will make it pretty far on the show. I definitely don't see her as, a winner of All Stars. She's definitely, like, supporting cast, like the the lead's best friend type person. But yeah, she's a great addition to this lineup. Back to the tea I was talking about with Valentina. Her and Valentina also had beef. So, like, I'm thinking, like, maybe that's the drama of, All Stars 4, to see them kind of go at it. Because, like, at the reunion of, their season 9, Pheromone literally tapped out on Valentina, like, because Valentina won Miss Congeniality, right? And then Aja, of course, went ham on Valentina. I feel like I'm very congenial, and I get it from my mother. Again, those Valentina fans are gonna come for me. They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for my dog. They're gonna come for my cat. They're gonna come for my man. Cut off all their pinky toes. That's the shit they on. But anyways, I'm kind of interested to see like what the drama is going to be like between Farrah and Valentina. So maybe they've squashed it. There was so much animosity with the fans between Miss Cracker and Aquaria this last season, season 10 of Drag Race, that they were like, oh, Miss Cracker is a copycat of Aquaria, and like everyone was thinking that was going to be the drama of the season. Like, I want to see some drama like back when Alyssa Edwards and Coco Montrese went it head to head, like face cracks, like the dun 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 music. You know what I mean? That music, the intense, like you don't know where to look, you don't know what to do with your hands. You just put them down, you put them in your mouth, like what do you do? You know what I mean? Like I want that drama back on Drag Race, or like in the Untucked when Shangela threw a cup of vodka on Mimi first. Like, that's the drama I want. And she was talking about her little sugar daddy. So, I never had a sugar daddy. No, I didn't have a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, I'd go out and get myself a sugar daddy because I'm that kind of girl. You are not that kind of girl. You are a weak-ass bitch. Vodka thrown in the bitch's face right before they have to go back on the runway. Yeah. That's the level of shade I want to see. But will we get that from Valentina and Pheromone? Probs not. Probs not, sister. Probs not. Well, so we're coming up on the last queen on our list, and that's the one and only Manila Luzon. Repping for the old girl. No, not the old girls. That's so mean. Manila's so cool. The original Drag Race girls. Like there's a difference. After before there's the before season 4 girls, and then the after season 4 girls. Like I'm talking about. Like there's a distinct difference. Like first couple seasons were a little low budget. The contest wasn't as big. Like it did not have the ratings it has today. So they're bringing her back, and I mean they kind of have to bring back one of the old queens. They're still a part of Drag Race, they're just not super relevant. But yeah, I love Manila. She was the one that had she always had like the black hair, but had the one blonde strip through it, and she was Puerto Rican or Asian. Like obviously there's a difference between the two, but she was mixed between two. But like she got a lot of shit on her season because like she would play up both sides. You know what I mean? Like she would do like a very much Asian accent, like, and then like get red for it because like that's a little bit racist. You know what I mean? But like if you are that ethnicity, you can do it. But like you're playing both sides, girl. Like pick a side. It's kind of what they were like saying to her, trying to kind of like making it very much that. Which that was before all of the the public eye was really centered around race and all that. But yeah, it is what it is with that. So excited to see her come back. There are a couple of strong rumors that Angina from season 1 might actually be on the show as well, which this one's not confirmed at all. This is just one I heard. Well, none of this is really confirmed. It's just a very, very, very strong possibility. But Angina was awesome because like she was the bald queen, the little short one, and she really she moved a lot of people because she talked about how she was HIV positive. And that in and of itself is like super scary to talk about, like especially on a platform like RuPaul's Drag Race. It's huge. Like you don't know like how many people related to that, and like how many people it helped to hear someone in the public eye talking about HIV and like that you can be okay, like you can get on your medicine, get treated, and live a normal life, because there's still such a stigma with it. Like if you say I were to be single and I was pursuing people and I was HIV positive, the very first thing, I would have to tell them is, hey, by the way, I have HIV. And 9 times out of 10, like, the dude's gonna straight up dip out. And that's one of the things in our community that, like, is still lingering around. Like, people put so much fear behind it. Of course, no one wants to be HIV positive. Like, it's not any ideal situation. But it's not the end of the world either. And, like, we as a community need to recognize that. And we need to just, like, love everyone, especially the people who have HIV, because they're going through something we will never understand. Like, don't even get me started on that. I could go on about that all day, but I thought it was just so amazing that she, came forward and said that, and, like, was just really true to herself, and you could tell how vulnerable she felt in that moment. But yeah, so we'll see what she does. She's been out of the spotlight for 10 years now, because she was on season 1, so it's nice to, have one of those queens come back. It's kind of like a reboot for them, because, some of the fans today watching the show weren't old enough to watch season 1. Like, they were in, like, elementary school. Like, that's how, 10 years. Like, 10 years is a long time. So, they started watching Drag Race at, like, season 4, season 5. That's kind of another reason why I say there's a difference in the two. You know what I mean? But, so it's kind of a way for her to, like, reinvent herself a little bit, because she's going to have an entirely new fan base that she didn't have before. Like, it's kind of the same with Tatiana from, the last go-round of All Stars. Like, people forgot who she was. Like, even one of the other cast members on the show, when she came out, they said, oh, and who could it be other than Morgan McMichaels? And then the producer was like, no, that's not Morgan, that's Tatiana. And of course, she got everyone right together with her spoken word. Same parts. Same parts. Same parts. Which I lived for. I thought it was everything and then some. But yeah, that is our official cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 4. Now, there was a lot of research put into this list to, like, fact check and verify. Of course, they're not going to release anything until a couple weeks before, it starts airing, but every single queen on this list has not been booked for a show after July 1st, which obviously season 10 just ended, so they would start filming All Stars right away. And these queens, like, they get booked out the ass, like, months and months and months and months in advance. And for all of a sudden, they just drop off and they're not doing any gigs. They're either in the hospital or they're on RuPaul's Drag Race. So, obviously, it's safe to say they're not in the hospital and they're on RuPaul's Drag Race. So, yeah. So, I'll just go through that list real quickly. Once again, it was Mariah. Then we have Valentina. Gia Boom Boom Gun, absolutely. Trinity the Tuck Taylor, Naomi Smalls, Latrice the Beast, Motherfucking Royale, Monet the Sponge Queen Exchange, Miss Blair St Clair, Pheromone, and Manila Luzon. There it is, guys. That's your lineup for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 4. I was super, super, super disappointed to see that Miss Cracker wasn't on there. I wanted to see her on the show so bad. Like, she, to me, like, killed season 10. Like, I love Aquaria. I am so happy she won. Like, she deserved to win to a T. Like, she brought every look to the runway, every episode, every second, every time. But Miss Cracker was right there behind her, like, slaying the game. She should have been top 4. She should have been top 2. It should have been her and Aquaria, honestly. Sorry, Eureka, I love you, but you don't have the heart for it. Like, you're sweet, but, like, those little shady comments that they caught when you probably didn't realize they were recording, and the fact you a little bit low-key might be racist, like, the videos are out there. I'm not going to put it in the comments. You guys, you can look it up, but, like, There's lots of videos out there showing that she's racist, and I think she's a great performer, and I'm all for, you know, a big girl to win the show, but like, not that way, you know, like, that's not cool. It's 2018, like, we've evolve. But yeah, Miss Cracker should have been on the show. Like, I was the biggest Miss Cracker fan all season 10. Like, maybe not the first couple episodes because, you know, there were so many queens and, you know, she was kind of under the radar a little bit, but I was super sad when she went home. I also was a big fan of Monique Hart. I was kind of sad to see her go too so soon. Like, in my mind, the top 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 10 should have been Aquaria, Miss Cracker, Monique Hart, and who would I say the 4th one? Honestly, yeah, Eureka. Even though she's racist, she did turn it out quite a bit. The person I do not believe should have went as far as they did was freaking Cameron. Yes, girl, you can lip sync, but like, so many good people went home just because her only talent is lip syncing. Like, and I get that that's a big part of the competition, but like, that's one category of like what 5: uniqueness, charisma, nerve, talent, being able to act, being able to sing, being able to dance, learn choreography, what have you. So she can dance and she can pick up on choreography. Oh, and she can sing a little bit. I don't know. I do think her whole like facade on the show is fake. Like, everyone talks about it on social media. Her whole like, every time she's performing or is on the mic, she's hateful to people, and I think she was trying to play the nice girl on the show to kind of like, you know, get through the show, but I think that's not who that girl really is. I think she's a hater. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It was nice spilling the tea with you all, gossiping with the sisters. I'm super pumped to watch All Stars 4, and if you guys like this video, I'll do a weekly review of the show, kind of going over the highlights, what happened, who went home, this, that, and the third. You know, like the review with a Jew that Miss Cracker does. So it'll be like, what would we call it? That's something we need to work on, guys. Let's work on that. Leave some suggestions in the comments of what we should call my little reviews. Review with Robbie? That's too basic. We need something cuter. Like, Queer View? I don't know. I'm really struggling on this right now. I'll come up with something. Hopefully with you guys' help. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell. Make your notifications turn on. And also follow me on social media. I will list my accounts in the comments. My fiance's in the front room moaning really loud. I don't know if you guys heard that. He's playing Dead by Daylight on our PlayStation 4. Pretty much all he does at night is play video games, and that's kind of like why I wanted to kind of do this outlet. Not only because, like, you know, he's wrapped up in his game. Like, I love talking. If you know me at all, like, you will get that I'm a talker. You know, which is funny because most cancers are super, super shy, and I'm just like, oh, a rock? Hi, Rock, how was your day? What's your sign? Let's see how compatible we are. Ooh, we ain't compatible. Okay, let's go talk to this flower then. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that person. But anyways, leave some comments. Tell me what you thought about this video. Tell me what queen you think is going to go all the way, who might win, who you would have wanted to see on the show. And then I'll do another recap video of kind of, you know, what you guys had mentioned. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.